Hi, my name is Heather Finley, and I apologize for yet again being very late on getting the book review for February up. I started the month of March at Emerald City Comic Con, and then I've just kind of been catching up since, so I apologize. I swear pretty soon here I'm going to start posting stuff on time again. Yeah, even Tempy's mad. So I apologize. I've got my washer going. The cat is going crazy. She thinks she needs food even though she's already gotten food today. So yeah, this video is just a mess. I apologize. So let's jump into it. The first book I read during February was Austen Land by Shannon Hale, I believe was her name. Yeah. This book is about a woman who ends up in basically Pride and Prejudice type camp thing where it's all actors, and I really disliked it, to be honest. I found it very boring. I thought the character stuff was just so and yeah, it was painful to get through, even though it was really short. I know this got made into a movie, so maybe the movie version is better. I don't know. I'm not judging that at all, but the book to me was very dull. So, thumbs down on the first book this month. After that, I finished Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This is basically a prequel to Wonderland would be the way to describe it. It is the story of how the Queen of Hearts became so heartless, and I absolutely loved this book the entire way through. One of the best things to me is the fact that she actually took the characters from the Wonderland series and literally put them in the book. Like, the Cheshire Cat is really a talking cat, like disappears and whatnot. The cards are really playing cards running around. The meow kitty, she's like Cheshire Cat. What's his name, Jack? Is that the, yeah, I think was the guy's name, is my new literary crush. I kept picturing him as being Brandon from Panic at the Disco, to be honest, which is maybe a little weird, but whatever. Yeah, it's so good, and the main character was phenomenal. I loved the whole baking aspect of it. Everything about the story just developed so well and great, and I can't speak highly enough of this book. It's sad that it's only a single book, but it was so perfectly done that it's okay. So I cannot wait to see what she works on next, because this was so good. After that, I finished Dexter in the Dark by Jeff Lindsay on audiobook. This was the third, oh, you have hair on your mouth, kitty cat. This is the third book in the Dexter series. Dexter is a killer of killers or people that do wrong. This book was so bizarre. The first two books were so good, and one of the premises is he has this like dark voice talking in his head, and basically the author, Jeff Lindsay, decides to have this whole back plot of where the voice came from that was just not needed. I mean, we can all just accept that Dexter has a voice and that there's something weird going on. It doesn't need to be this really thought out story. It took a lot away from the character, honestly. So I'm still going to continue this series because I think Jeff Lindsay's writing is absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend doing the audiobook, which is actually read by him, because he does a fantastic job as well. So despite the super weird plot on this one, I liked it okay. So hopefully, I've read that the rest of the books get better. This one's just kind of a weird fluke. So yeah, I'm gonna continue. After that, I finished, let me get the whole name of this. It was called Lost Girls, An Unsolved American Mystery by Robert Kolker. This is about the bodies of a whole bunch of sex workers that were found on Long Island. It is an unsolved case. This story goes and tells like how they got to be there, basically. It tells about their childhood, it tells about what got them into the sex trade, it tells about how they got there that particular night, as best as can be accounted for through all the different people that they knew and different things. This is a phenomenally good book. It definitely gives a lot more insight into how these women got where they were, because I think a lot of times people think, oh, they led a dangerous life, so of course they got killed, which is so horrible. You don't take into account just why they're there, how many horrible things have happened in their life that they feel that they're doing this for whatever reason. So yeah, and kind of just how law officials can kind of be like prejudiced against them again because they were leading a bad lifestyle, but it's so dumb, and this book gives such a good perspective on the whole thing, and it's heartbreaking that they don't know what happened, and there's still just like mystery bodies about, and yeah, I highly recommend this if you like true crime. It's phenomenal. I really want to watch, I think The Killing Season on, is it A&E? I haven't watched it yet, but I'm pretty sure it kind of covers the same murders as well, so yeah, I want to check that out. After that, I read The Husband's Secret by, what's her name again? I'm so bad with names, sorry people. It's the same lady that wrote Big Little Lies. Leon Muerte? Whoa, meow, meow. This one is basically about a husband's secret would be the best way to explain it. There's 3 different women, and there has been a murder in the past, and it's kind of how their lives fit into it. I enjoyed this book a lot too, maybe even a little more than Little Big Lies. Big Little Lies? I keep mixing up what order it goes in. But yeah, I found it really good. It was very interesting. At the start I'm kind of like, oh, I know who the killer is, I know what's happening. Well, they reveal that pretty early on, and then it's a whole story of kind of the aftermath of it, which is really interesting. I liked that perspective. So yeah, I am going to continue reading books by this author because I'm 2 for 2 on liking them. So there's that, there's that. After that, I finished on audiobook Rock Stars and Rock Bottom by Keltie Knight, although I believe at the time her name was Keltie Collette. She's a member of the Lady Gang, which is a podcast that I really enjoy. She's on, is it Entertainment Tonight or one of those shows like that? So this is her story of kind of being out on her own for the first time, becoming a rockette, dates different rock stars. This is fascinating because it's one of the guys from Panic at the Disco. So yeah, I enjoyed the book. There was a few parts that were kind of but overall, totally loved it. My thing's beeping. The last book I finished was Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion, and I love the movie. I can't believe I haven't read the book before. The book had such good background on kind of what happens to society and the way these zombies start coming up with their own beliefs. I really liked that aspect of it, and just overall it's a great book. Follows the movie pretty similarly. Oh, it's about to die battery. So yeah, recommend this. Sorry to cut short here, but yeah, there's what I read in February. Let me know what you're reading for March, and I will try really hard to be on time next month. Bye.